Good evening, fellows and sisters of the YTPC. Welcome once again to a pipe on the way home with JackJazzm. I appreciate you guys checking me out, and I'm going to be partaking in my only bulldog, which is a Peterson, and it's the Peterson Rosslare. Lovely stem there. A decent bull there. And what we're going to be chooching on, as my brethren would say, is the last little bit of this lane limited 1Q. Never a bad one. You have not had lane limited 1Q and you are into aromatics or maybe even in vapors, I recommend you give it a shot. I do not think you'll be disappointed. Very flavorful and savory blend. We're just loading it up here. There you go. Kind of give you a shot of that without losing some of it. I've decided to give my, mahogany wood grain pipe tool a break and break out this one here. I think the grain on this one goes a little bit better with that one anyway. Not a perfect match, but you know, the other one was a lot darker. And decided to give the old gold Prometheus a break, put that back in the case. And we are going to go with the Locust. Pipe lighter with a little bit of a tool in it. And there's a difference between these two other than the actual look of it. The tool on this one is here on the side. Now this one doesn't have a pick, but it does have a little scooper and a tamper. Set up the same way as the other one, but the difference with this one is it doesn't have a little window for you to view your fuel to see when it's getting low. So you kind of find out about it the obvious way, which is it not lighting. I'm gonna turn that plane down some. Uh-oh, went the wrong way. There we go. I actually have my AC on here, so that's a little bit of why I had to do the extra lighting. Alrighty. As I said in the videos, I have 4 Petersons, and I don't really recall which number of the Petersons this one was. I do know my first one was the standard. I believe my second one was the chocolate, the Dublin with the chocolate kind of swirly stem. I'll bring that one on. This one, you know what, I think I gave away the 4th one. So currently I only have 3 in my collection. I have to go to the collection again to make sure, but I think I only have 3 right now. That's a bulldog, a Dublin, and an apple. The standard is the apple shape. That's P-lip. I don't really favor the P-lip because I use these salty bits on all of my stems. And that P-lip doesn't seem to work well with the salty bits. But the standard is a pretty decent smoke. I've had any issue with it. I don't smoke it that often because of the P-lip. I'm actually on a little earlier today than I normally am. And as you can see on my shoulder, possibly, it's not as bright as it normally is because okay, often. And right now it's actually looking like it won't be a little later. Really good getting. There was 2 reasons why I went this particular Peterson. One, because I wanted to go. 2, because that stands out in my collection. I don't have any other stems with color on it, and I don't know how well you can see it, but actually it almost has like transparent lines in it that if you look closely you can actually see through it. There's some light behind it, you'll be able to see through some of those lines. So it's actually like a golden color, or clear, isn't it? It looks like we're getting a little bit more of that choppy in the video. Not sure what else, but hopefully clear up. Everybody doing what those of you evenings. Hopefully you're having a peaceful and progressive day, or evening rather. And this is the reminder later, because as you get on to the highway, you need nothing but brake lights, and it's full of trailers. Patience is a virtue. Literally riding the brake, there is no gas being applied at all. Trying to be mindful of the fact that I have my AC on, and that air could actually cause the tobacco to burn hotter than it usually would. But this lean, limited 1Q is good. It's all about your cadence, your pace. I recall for you, it's actually the Sherlock Holmes. I believe that was but it was saxophone. And it was a vintage one. He's early on it. You can see a little bit of gauge in wood. It was a very beautiful pipe. There wasn't anything wrong with it. It just was aged very well. And I ended up trading it out for, I believe it was this particular pipe. Not this one, than the other one that I have that has a chocolate swirl stem. I ended up trading it out because I didn't feel like smoking out of a vintage pipe. The thing looked so good, and it had such a vintage look to it that it looked like it needed to be sitting in the case somewhere. And at that point in the journey where I'm going to let a people just sit and not use it, I actually ended up trading it out for one that I wouldn't have a problem with using. Window moving now. Yes, it is. I just want that much. I didn't want it. I've seen their tiles and all the pipes. Oh man, I just got a burst of flavor on that one right there, right on the middle of my tongue. Lovely surprise. The sensors, those receptors. If anybody else has noticed that the position that you place your stem between your lips in order to take a and the position that is smoking onto your mouth, your tongue, if you notice it's depending on what part of your tongue that smoke first. I like to hear somebody else's neck because I know when I started smoking real quick. Can't say mine. I don't think I'm familiar with that line. I've seen it before, but I'm not very familiar with it. Not as familiar with the Sherlock. But yeah, if there's anybody who can explain that experience of taking the draw on different parts of the tongue and noticing different levels of flavor, I'd be very interested in that conversation, that chat. just missed it. I looked down right when it was going off. Maybe I need to write YouTube and tell them to figure out a way to put a sound notification on those messages so I don't miss it when it pops up on the screen. I think that would make sense. Or maybe there is one I haven't turned it on. Alright, yeah, that's why I'm missing them, because I'm paying attention to the road. I don't think I understood that question. What do I think about living police officers? Rephrase that question for JackJazzm. Oh, what's my job? I'm a safety officer. I'm not with a police department. I'm with a private agency. Work a lot of different contracts. Banks, sometimes apartment complexes. Yes, that explains the uniform. You know, a lot of times it's secret places, other times not so and stuff like that. I haven't had to work that stuff in years. I've been fortunate enough to be at more corporate type locations. Thanks for jumping in, Coach. You appreciate you, man. Yeah, enjoy your evening. I'm sitting here looking at the screen. It wasn't glitching, but it did have that reconnect thing come up that I had to press and wait for the screen to allow me to be able to see what was going on. Or if it's the weather or what. AC is causing this to burn quite fast. About down to half a bowl already. One thing that adds to the premium look of most of these Peterson pipes is how they stamp these metal pieces that they put on there between shank stamp. The one with the chocolate that I have is called the Irish Harp. It has that stamp on the metal. Some of these are sterling silver. I'm not sure all of them are, but I noticed that they do have the sterling silver. I mean, others like nickel, stuff like that. Not sure, but anybody who knows, it is. Won't do with some good stuff. The way the flavor hits your tongue, combined with the smell that goes through sinuses, makes you feel like actually something on your tongue, almost like a little berry or something is on your tongue. I don't know how you describe that flavor that hits your tongue. Almost berry-like. Not a really berry though. And as usual, the congestion picks up as I get closer to my exit. Not complaining, just keeping you guys up to date on the conditions on the road. I'm used to it by now, so it doesn't bother me that much. The fact that I have my pocket makes it a pleasant ride. And that awesome flavor. You know, I'd like to hear from the makers of some of these pipes how come about the name. For example, is it the Rosslare? I'm not sure what a Rosslare is, or if that's I'm taking an actual person's name and making it the name for this. But I'm interested to hear how they came up with that. roasting our eggs now. Our time together this evening is unfortunately winding down. As always, I appreciate you guys checking me out and look forward to your comments. And all of your kind remarks, input, always graciously accepted. Until next time, everybody, peace and blessings.